Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Claire and I put out videos about luxury bags and accessories. So if that is your thing, please click on the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, you'll know when I upload a new video. This is the one and done tag. Yeah, I think you've probably seen some of the luxury YouTubers do this tag. This tag was created by Jerusha from Jerusha Couture, and Jerusha tagged me in her Instagram stories. Yeah, thanks Jerusha, thanks for that, to do this tag. Now, I'm sure you all know who Jerusha is. If you've been living under a rock for the last few years, she is one of the original luxury YouTubers. Definitely one of the queens of luxury YouTube. Yeah, and she came up with this tag, one and done. If you can only keep one luxury bag from each brand, what would it be? Now, I did a very similar tag last year. The lovely Victoria from Accounting for Luxury also tagged me in a video that was basically, if all your luxury was gone and you had to just keep one item from each brand, what would it be? That was items as well as bags. So there were some brands where I kept a bag, there were some brands where I kept an item, like for example Gucci, I kept my Gucci watch. This tag is just bags, and when I did that tag last year, I had my sensible head on. And I said, I'm choosing my favourite bags or items. But when I said favourite, I meant in terms of my most used bags and perhaps my most practical bags. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to interpret the word favourite in a different way. So yes, I have my favourite bags that are my most practical, my most useful, the bags I use all the time, and it would be very hard to live without those bags. But when I was thinking about it, all of those bags have a non-luxury equivalent. So, you know, if I did have to get rid of all of those bags, oh my goodness, don't make me think of that. But if I did have to get rid of all those bags, I would be able to find a non-luxury alternative to those bags. So I thought, okay, well, let's forget about the most practical, the most useful, or the most used. Let's look at which bags from each brand I absolutely love. And they're my favourites because I love them, because they bring me joy. They might not be the bags that I use as much, but I do absolutely love them and they bring me joy. So I've approached it from this angle, and it was really, really hard. So yeah, I'm just going to get into it. I actually don't have that many brands because I'm the sort of person that when I find a brand, I tend to be very loyal to that brand. So I don't have like loads and loads of different brands. So there's not an awful lot of bags to go through. But yeah, let's kick it off with Mulberry. Mulberry is a brand that I bought a lot when I was in my sort of late 30s. I loved the Englishness of the brand, the heritage. I loved their leathers. I thought their bags were very functional and very practical. And I bought a lot of, not massive bags, but some of the bigger bags, big shoulder bags. I've like got a Tessie hobo, I've got like a Daria hobo. The bigger sort of shoulder bags from Mulberry, and they were very much my style back then. But those bags I loved at the time, they're not really my style these days, and I'm not madly in love with them nowadays. But this bag I am, and then you can call this bag a bag or an SLG, and I only bought this, I think I bought it in 2023, so it's only a couple of years old. But this is one of my Bayswater clutches. Now, you know that I love the Bayswater clutch. I wear my black one all the time. This is my Bayswater clutch in rosewater, and it is this very delicate pinky beigey colour, and I just absolutely love the colour. Now, I do have Bayswater clutches in oak, and I have one in beige linen, which is paler than this. The beige linen is quite a bit paler than this. This is my favourite colour of all my Bayswater clutches because it's just such a beautiful beigey pink. I really love it. I said I was not necessarily picking practical bags, but this is practical because it is a neutral, it does go with a lot of things. I did actually take this to New York with me. I ended up not wearing it, but it was the kind of the backup small wallet on chain evening bag I did actually take with me. I ended up using my Fendi raffia baguette as a day bag and my WOC, my black wallet on chain, as an evening bag, but this was my backup, and this went with quite a few of the outfits I took with me. I have worn this a few times since. I do love this bag. So yeah, so out of all my Mulberry bags that I still have, I think this is the one that makes me kind of smile the most when I look at it. So coming on to Saint Laurent, I do have quite a few Saint Laurent bags. This was a tough one. I got it down to 2, and they are quite opposite ends of the extreme, because it did actually come down in the end to my largest Saint Laurent bag, which I don't even know if this will fit on the screen, but this is my Rive Gauche tote. This is the bag that kicked off my channel, because this is the very first bag I unboxed on my YouTube channel. I had literally just bought it, and I filmed myself unboxing it as my very first video. I do still use this. I've known YouTubers that have bought this bag or bought variations of this bag and have actually sold it, but I do use it. It is a very big black hole inside. I've just got some paper in it. Yeah, I do like this bag. I'm going away in the UK fairly soon, and I'm going to take this bag with me. But the other bag it came down to was this one, my little Mini Lou camera bag in the gorgeous grey and gold. Now, I think I wore this once last year. I think this was one of my once used bags last year. So I don't use it very much, but I love it. I just absolutely love it. And I think, oh, big, small, big, small. As much as I love this, again, this is probably one where I could very easily find an alternative. Yeah, this I think is the one. I think this would be the one I keep, because I love the grey and the gold. It just makes me smile. I love the chevrons. It's, you know, got a lovely sort of gold chain handle. Yeah, I think this one, don't wear it that much, but it really is a lovely bag, and I think out of all my Saint Laurent bags, this is the one I would keep. Moving on to Aspinal of London, this is the only one which is the same as my previous video, and that's my Aspinal of London Small Lottie in the Nougat colour. Yeah. I got this in a private sale quite a few years ago. I find this goes with everything. It's such a versatile bag. It's crossbody, got a really good long crossbody strap on it, but you can double it up and have it as a short shoulder bag. You can have it as a long shoulder bag. You can tuck the strap in and wear it as a clutch. Yeah, and I just love the metallic aspect of it. I find that this shade takes on the tones within my wardrobe, and it tends to go with so many things in my wardrobe. I think the last time I wore it, actually, I wore it for a party last year that was taking place in our friend's garden, and I think I actually wore this shirt. I think I wore this shirt, jeans, and this bag, and yeah, it just, yeah, made my outfit, I felt. So yeah, so I know maybe a bit boring, I'm afraid, but I've stuck with this one because I did pick this one in the last video, and I'm picking this one again. So now we come to Prada, and I've got 2 Prada bags, and I've actually decided to choose this one. Now, it was my other Prada bag that I chose on the other video, because that is probably the Prada bag I use the most. And you might think this one's a bit boring because it's just black, but I love it. It's black, it's nylon, it's really easy to use. It's got a long crossbody shoulder strap, and it's also got in here this little extra sort of pouch thing you can hang on the bag if you want to, this kind of little extra pouch. I really like the nylon Prada bags, and when I saw this with the top handle and the crossbody strap, I just thought that would be perfect, and I really like it. And I think, yeah, it's a Prada bag that makes me smile when I look at it. I wore it the other day, actually. I had to go out with my son, and I needed a slightly bigger bag. A mini bag wouldn't cut it. I needed to put quite a few bits in it. It's actually really good. You can get a lot in it. I had quite a lot stuffed in here. It's got quite a good capacity, this one. So yeah, silver hardware, which is my favourite type of hardware. So I think, yeah, as much as I love my other bag, and I really do love my other Prada bag, for this video I'm going to say that I would keep this one. It's my first Prada bag. It's one I actually bought on impulse. I got £500 off of the actual price of it, because it should have been £1,400 and I got it for £900. So, you know, that's another story. But yeah, it was a definite impulse buy. absolutely love it. I realised I hadn't used it last year, so I have actually taken it out and have been trying to use it this year already. Right, Gucci, this was a tough one. Yeah, again, narrowed it down to 2 bags, big and a small. My trusty Soho Disco, which did get a lot of use last year, was on my most used bags list last year. It's fantastic, versatile black crossbody bag, camera bag style, you know, so useful. And then my big Gucci Supreme monogrammed hobo. Yeah, my first designer bag was a Gucci. It was my black Italian leather sort of top handle bag. Then I got a mini Jackie bag from Spain, which was an evening bag. And then I think this was the 3rd Gucci bag I ever bought. And I really wanted this, and I waited and waited until it went in the sale, and then I grabbed it when it had gone in the sale. So this is probably my most used Gucci bag, my most useful. But I do love this, and I think I'm going to go with this one. I think, yeah, I'm going to go with this one. It's stuffed at the minute, which is why it looks so big, but it does squash down. I think because ultimately I absolutely love the Gucci Supreme canvas. I love the GGs. I love me a logo, a monogram, and I think I'm going to go with this one because, you know, I love it. And if I need a big bag and I need a big shoulder bag, it fits on my shoulder lovely. You know, it's nostalgic for me. I used to be such a hobo bag person. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with this one. This would be my Gucci bag. So this gives me a big bag out of the ones I'm keeping. So we're really coming on to the harder brands now. Louis Vuitton, I kind of got it down to 3. Yeah, these 3. They're all canvas. This was my very first Louis Vuitton bag. This was my Totally PM that my husband bought me. Yeah, this was my only Louis Vuitton bag for quite a while. I absolutely loved it. It's patinaed beautifully because it's old, but you know, I do still adore this bag. I do still wear it occasionally, but because I'm keeping the Gucci hobo, which is about the same size as this, I'm going to say no, I won't keep that one. And so I'm going to have to then choose between these 2. Now this is my Pochette Matisse in the monogram, which I love, and my Damier Rabin Eva clutch. So it's got the long crossbody strap, and it's also got the chain. This is tough. This is tough because I do love this one so much. I really wanted this. It was hard to get, and I had to go pre-loved in the end because I couldn't get it in the boutique. This was pre-loved as well, but yeah, this was around the time I fell in love with Damier Rabin, because I didn't like Damier Rabin to start with. I preferred monogram, and I didn't really like the Damier Rabin, and then at some point along the way I fell in love with Damier Rabin. Oh, I don't know, this is really hard. This is really, really hard, this one. I love my Pochette Matisse. It's such a usable, versatile bag. But I do love the Eva clutch because it's so much fun, and it's just such a cute little clutch. And of course, with the Damier Rabin, you've got the beautiful red interior. Oh. I don't know. Okay, make a decision, Claire. I think I'm going to go with this one. Yeah, I'm going to go with this one because, yeah, I love it. I was so happy when I did get hold of this. And yeah, it is such a great bag. I do love it. So yeah, I'm going to go with this one. And it's monogram. You know, it's Louis Vuitton is the monogram. I know Damier Rabin is older than the monogram, but you know, when you think Louis Vuitton, you think of the monogram, don't you? So yeah, okay, that one. So moving swiftly on to Chanel. I'm not going to show you lots of Chanel bags. I've only got one here. This is the one. It'd be really interesting to know what you think it might be. So, you know, if you feel like it, stop the video and give me a guess down in the comments what you think my Chanel bag might be that I would keep. When I did the video last year, I think I kept my Wok because that is my most used Chanel bag along with my Chanel 19. They are the 2 that I use the most. This is not the Chanel 19 and it's not the Wok. This is not even the gold reissue, which, yeah, that was tough because I do love my gold reissue. But yeah, I'm keeping this bag. This is my classic flap. It's got my little piece of felt in it there. Let's take that off so you can see it properly. I'm keeping my classic flap in caviar with silver hardware. This is quintessentially Chanel for me. This was the bag I wanted for so long. This was my Hermes Birkin. You know, I'm not really interested in an Hermes Birkin or Kelly. I say that now, you know, never say never on YouTube. You know, people have got into trouble for that. But I'm pretty certain that I won't be unboxing an Hermes Birkin or Kelly. But this was the bag I wanted. I really wanted my Chanel classic flap in the medium large size, in black caviar with silver hardware. I dreamt about this bag. You know, I really wanted this bag. So if you say to me, you know, what is your favourite Chanel bag? What is your ultimate Chanel bag? What would you keep if you had to lose all your Chanel bags? It's got to be this one. You know, I can't get rid of this one. On the previous video, I think I kept the Wok because I was going for the practical. I was going for one of the Chanel bags I use the most. So it had to either be the Chanel 19 or the Chanel Wok. I fully admit that I use those two bags more than I use this. I don't use this as much as I thought I would when it was my dream bag. I thought when I got it, I'd be using it all the time. Okay, I don't. There are other Chanel bags that are more practical, and there are other luxury bags that are more practical. This is not the most practical bag, but I look at this and I just feel, yeah, I've got it. I've got my ultimate dream bag. For so many years, this was the dream, and I've got it. So yeah, if you're saying to me, right, you can only keep one bag, it's got to be your favourite one, the one that brings you joy from your Chanel collection, then it has to be this one. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so now, oh gosh, the hardest brand, the absolutely hardest brand. Which one is it? Fendi. Of course it's Fendi. I just love the Fendi baguettes. Okay, yeah, I've just talked about my Chanel medium classic flap being my ultimate dream bag. I will turn around and say, if I had to get rid of all my bags and I couldn't keep any from any of the other brands, but I could keep one from one brand, of course the brand I would choose is Fendi. The Fendi regular size baguette has now become my new ultimate bag. I love the Fendi regular size baguette. I also love the mini baguette. I have got 3 mini baguettes and I have got 3 regular size baguettes. I have 3 of each. So that is 6 bags to choose from, and it is really hard. I've got my beautiful sequin baguette, I've got my fuchsia baguette, absolutely gorgeous baguette, mini baguettes, the denim mini baguette, not used as much as the pink leather one, but still a beautiful bag, a really lovely summer bag. And then I've got my raffia baguette, which I adore. I've got my green baguette and my blue baguette. My blue baguette, I mean, that just, you know, goes without saying. That is my most used Fendi bag. I love it. So this was really hard. So, you know, again, you might want to have a guess down in the comments below, which Fendi bag did I keep? I thought about it and I thought, well, I am a regular baguette sized girl at heart. I love my minis, but it's the regular size that really work for me. So I thought it's going to have to be one of the regular sized. So I've narrowed it down then to the raffia, the blue or the green. And I thought, if you're thinking of which bag actually gives me real joy and which I look at and it makes me smile, then it's the green one. I went for the green because this green is such a beautiful green. And it just makes me smile. I love silver hardware. Silver hardware is my favourite. This is my only regular size baguette with the silver hardware. And it's such a beautiful green. It's also a bag you can wear all year round. I've been wearing this in January and February of this year, in the winter in the UK. So, you know, and I know I'm going to wear this in the summer. It goes with so much. Yeah, so I decided I'm going to keep this one. I mean, I'm gutted that I can't keep my mini baguettes. I'm gutted I can't keep my blue and my raffia baguette, but yeah, it's going to have to be this one. If I'm having to decide which of my Fendi baguettes gives me the most joy, then it's going to be this green one. So yeah. Oh, that was hard. I'm hoping I've not missed any brands out unintentionally. There's a couple I've missed out deliberately. One of those is Coach, because I've only got one Coach bag. I did used to use it quite a bit. I don't use it so much anymore, and I am thinking of selling it. So I didn't really think it appropriate to put that one in, because it would be the only one anyway. And I didn't include Burberry because although I've got a couple of Burberry bags, I just don't use them anymore. They're vintage and I really don't use them anymore. So I kind of deliberately left those two brands out. So I've gone with the brands that I have bags from that I use regularly, and I have quite a few bags from each of those brands, and I do use them regularly. Oh gosh, yeah, I'm exhausted now making all those decisions. You'll have to let me know what you think of my decisions. You'll have to let me also know whether you guessed maybe on the Chanel or the Fendi ones. I think Louis Vuitton and Fendi were the two hardest, to be honest. So yeah, thank you, Jerusha, for tagging me. Should I be thanking you? I don't know. It was an interesting one to do, but it gave me a headache. If you have enjoyed watching me suffer on this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye everyone.